Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. It is Tuesday morning after the Met. I stayed up very late watching it and I'm up incredibly early to film this. I am a snoozy girl. It was the Met last night. It's one of my favourite nights of the year. I think it kind of shows a direction of where fashion is heading for the next year. I think it influences like so much. Love seeing what celebs go, love seeing how they interpret. This year the theme was, it was like called a garden of time, and it was meant to reflect like very like archival pieces that are too delicate to wear. I do think that this is in response to what Kim did. I think when Kim wore that Marilyn dress, she passed the boundary of fashion that didn't need to be done. And I think this is a direct response of fashion is art, and sometimes we don't have to wear it. We can honour it. I think Kim could have done Marilyn in a different way than wearing the dress. I don't think it looked that good on her. I don't think it fit her. Like, was it worth it? So I do think that this is a response to that. I think Anna Wintour, who is editor of Vogue, I think she was like, absolutely not. And so, yeah. I didn't like the green carpet. I think when you've got an event, when you're gonna have people in such different colours, having green on a carpet, like some outfits just looked bad because it was sitting on a green background. So that was when I first saw it, I was like, because certain colours in like green is a hard colour. So, but looking at all of my inspo, a lot of it is basically like black and white, greys, tonal. Do I think people hit the trend? I think some people could have gone further. I think some people were a bit lazy with it, and I don't think there was enough that hit the mark. And I think this was actually quite an easy brief compared to like previous years, like the Carl one, like the Chanel one. I mean, it's pretty easy, but to stand out when everyone's going to be doing like Chanel. The American one was a bit meh. Camp, I didn't mind camp, but again, I don't feel at the time people hit it. I feel like Heavenly Bodies was the last one where everybody like hit the mark, like person after person. So yeah, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna leave like my pictures here. I'm gonna start off with the people that I think really hit the mark, and I think paid like homage, is that the right word? To that theme of garden time, classic vibe. So we have Taylor Russell. She's in this like wooden bodice and this very like drapey. I think it's stunning. I think actually she's one of my best dressed. I just think she looks gorgeous. I think the bodice is such a lovely colour to complement her skin tone. I loved the way she was like taking her pictures. She was very like, she was like placing her hands in certain ways. I love it when celebs walk a runway. They don't just walk, take pictures. Like they know what to do with their body. I loved Sarah Jessica Parker. I wanted to see more hats. I thought that that's the way people would go. Like Philip Tracy, very like royal wedding hat vibe. Like things coming down over their face, veils. And a few people hit the mark. And a lot of people just put on a dress. I think some of them, if they'd put on like a hat piece or like something on their head, I think it would have like elevated their look. But yeah, I loved her hair, loved the hat. She's in this kind of like trellis gown. Loved the shoes. I think they were like a note to like back in the day. I just think the look looked really, like it really hits the brief. So loved her. Best dress for me was, let me get her name. I didn't know who she was. She walked on the carpet and I was like taken aback. Mona Patel, and she was in Iris Van Harpen, and the sleeves like moved and the back of the dress is like a flower. She looks like a pixie. She looks so ethereal. So yeah, she, like the back of this dress is just everything. So she wins best dress for me. I think she hit the theme. I love the idea of the designer, Iris Van Harpen. Is it Herpen? Sorry if I butcher some names. Is a designer that has always pushed very like McQueen-esque. I just think the designer, the dress shape, the colour, her glam, like it's just that no wrong for me. So they're my best dressed. I did also really like Greta Lee, and she was in, is it Loave? Is that how you say it? Sorry if I've not said that right. Loave? Anyway, when I first saw this I was like, but the more I saw it, I actually thought, no, this is stunning. This, again, I think the silhouette's very important. I think with them, if they had, again, done maybe like a little headpiece to really like tighten, or a veil going, I don't know. I think this look could have been elevated, but I like really loved it. Some men really hit the brief. So I loved this suit that Law Roach wore. I think this brief was actually quite, like, men at the Met just wear suits. So I think the last one where men could stand out was Camp. We saw a lot of like see-through shirts and all that kind of stuff. So I think this was a good theme. Loved this white suit from Law Roach. I also loved this shirt by Tyler Mitchell. Love the like wide cuff, the length of the trousers, the glossiness of the shoe, and I just think the colours, for me, he's one of the best dressed males. I think this is pushing it out of the box without being like, I also really liked, I think the men pulled through this year. I really loved Christian Cowan and Sam Smith. I prefer Christian Cowan's. I think white for me stood out more this year than black, even though I love black. But I just don't think black was the theme for this year. I think if Sam had worn maybe like a dark green, they would have looked like stunning. Another pair that I loved was Ben Platt and Noah Galvin. Again, the black and the white, I prefer the white. I just really love the like play on a suit. I think it fits both their bodies very lovely. Again, I think the black should have been maybe like a burgundy or a deep green to like fit the theme a little bit better. And I do think the Noah Galvin suit could have been a little bit more pressed, like a bit more ironed. Could have been elevated by just being a bit more like structured. But yeah, I love this pairing. And then and Ray looked stunning. I think she did hit the brief. The colour's a bit off for me. I would have gone for something a bit warmer, but I think the actual colour palette really suits her. So I guess, again, I think it's that like cream and green carpet makes the cool toneness look a bit off. But yeah, I think she's really hit the brief. Now let's go through, I'm going to do like a quick fire of just some people that I loved, maybe weren't like fully there, but like parts of them was. J-Lo, loved it from the back. I thought it looked stunning, but I hated the really chunky necklace that she wore. And the dress was almost like a warm silver, and then obviously her necklace was obviously like diamonds, so it was quite cold, and I think you could tell that they looked like they didn't match. I literally saw it straight away. I was like, why does the dress not match the necklace? And she had these big like things up at the front. I think she wore Schiaparelli, which is one of my favourite designers, but it just didn't come together for me. Emily I can't say her last name, Ratajkowski. We've seen this from her before. Again, I saw her from the back and thought stunning, and then the whole from the front with the boobs out, the hair. I think maybe if she'd done like, I don't know, I feel like, obviously I don't mind the boobs out, but again I just feel like we've seen it from her. And the hair, yeah, I feel like this could have done with like either really big like floral cape, or again like some kind of head situation. Another guy that I loved was Jeremy Strong. I forgot to say him. Loved his white suit. Like, actually I should have put this in my like loved. Love the floral detail, love the all white with the black shoes, love the mustache. His partner, meh, but he looks really strong. Natasha, I don't know how to say this last name, so I'm going to leave this up here. She wore, yeah, a Maison, she wore a Maison Margiela. Is that how you say it? Margiela? She wore this like custom piece where it's all like shredded. Loved this. There was a lot of influence from that Maison Margiela. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I could see that influence at this Met. Obviously the latest collection that she did when the Pat McGrath makeup. But I loved this look. I actually don't mind the hat. I think, would I have maybe done something a bit different? Yes. I think it looks a bit like it doesn't fit her. But yeah, really, when I saw this, I was like, okay, her silhouette look, again, I think silhouettes are like super important, and I think she created that kind of really stunning silhouette. It's almost like decay as well. Yeah, I loved it. Ambika Mod, is that how you say it? She was in One Day. Loved her. She just looked really unhappy, like she didn't want to be there. Every picture she was like, not happy bunny, but maybe it was just a lot of pressure. Like, I can imagine having all those photographers screaming would be like a lot. But loved, again, this silhouette. Do I think it hits the brief? No. But is it a stunning dress? Yes. Naomi Watts. I loved this. I think this is probably my best dress that isn't on theme. This picture of her from the side is stunning. Again, I think if this was in like a dark green or like a burgundy, no, I think dark green, this would be on theme. But I just don't think black worked for this theme, even though I love black. But yeah, love this dress, love the shoes, love the white gloves, how the cape, like the fact that she has a veil is what I mean by I wanted people to like add a bit on. Like this without the veil would have been meh. But the veil and the gloves, yeah, loved it. The Kardashians. So Kendall, I did love it, and it was a nod to McQueen. It's an archival piece, never been worn by a human. She was given like elf, goddess, Lord of the Rings. I did love it, but I don't know, I can't like, and it was on theme when I think about it, like it does fit that narrative, but it's just, and she looked stunning, and I loved the long hair. I can't fault it, but for some reason it's not in my like top. Same with Kim. Take off the cardigan. Just that dress with this kind of like disheveled hair, like she had this like blown out plait situation. stunning. The cardigan, again, I think she was in the Maison Margiela vibe. You at the Met, not a time for the cardigan. So, yeah. But the actual, like, the cinching of Kim's waist, I know it's controversial, but the way she creates a silhouette is undeniably, like, crazy. I loved Kylie. I think she looked absolutely stunning. Like, the pictures don't do her justice. There's videos of her and she's so radiant and happy. She's like, the way she moves, she just looks great. But again, do I think she hit the brief? And I wish she'd done more in her hair. I think if she'd done more florals in her hair and maybe, I don't know, yeah, I think more in the hair for me would have looked really good. And maybe like a little glove, you know those little like capped gloves? That could have like taken it back to like that like real vintage vibe. Actually, I say Naomi Watts was best dressed for me out of Dua Lipa. Stunning. Again, I don't think it was on theme, or I just don't think the black worked. If the black was a different colour, or it was all cream, she's best dressed. That isn't on theme for me. The layering, like this kind of like feathery over the shoulder situation, from the back, all the layers, it reminded me a lot of Billie Eilish's look from last year, which I really loved, and Maisie Williams also did a look quite similar to this one year. Love the gloves. Some other people I'm just gonna fire up there that I just quite liked. Rosalita, again the black, but I like the veil, like the silhouette, but I just don't think the black works. Loved this look from Willow and Jaden Smith. Loved Willow. Like, she, again, it's not really the Met and it's not really the theme, but her headpiece, the shortness of the blazer with the tights, she had this really cool like rings on. Jaden not so much, but yeah, Willow looked stunning. So overall, I think we were missing some of like the big players. Like, I think Hailey Bieber would have worn something very on trend. Rihanna, Billie Eilish. I think we were missing some like big names that, like Katy Perry, that takes the brief and really like hits it. I think we had some good ones. Oh, Nicole Kidman. Love Nicole Kidman's. Like, if I was going to do a red carpet, this is something I would wear. And it had like homage to some of these like really like Coco Chanel, Dior vibe from like back in the day. Yeah, like this is everything. I wanted more of this, and it's a shame that she didn't get her moment on the red carpet. So I need to look into her. But yeah, overall I think some stunning looks. Do I think everybody hit the brief? Do I think that we're gonna see a lot of this coming through to like ready to wear and even our fashion? Yes. And yeah, I just think get rid of the green carpet, or have a different green carpet. It was like a maybe like a warmer green carpet. And yeah, the black for me, I just really think that people should have gone for browns and like earthy tones to hit the brief a bit more. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little opinions video. I enjoyed staying up as much as I'm tired now. I enjoyed staying up to watch it, and yeah, I enjoyed waking up this morning and like seeing all of them at the after parties and like all of them together, I feel like you get a different vibe of the dresses and the outfits from when they're on the red carpet. I think sometimes the red carpet can be very like stark. I mean, it's not a red carpet, a green carpet. But yeah, I think the Met's fun. I love the fact that the theme, there is a theme. I'm a theme girl. If I'm having a party, I'm gonna have a theme. And yeah, overall, I think people did really well. Yeah, when I look at Sarah Jessica Parker, stunning. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Let me know what you thought and what your favourites were. Yeah, I hope you have a really lovely day. I want to nap, but I now have to go to work. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again super soon.